So WCTV's Week 2 is officially underway, and after an awesome Week 1 in Georgia, it made sense to bring our Week 2 game of the week to Florida's capital city. It's a crosstown rivalry, and it's right back at Gene Cox Stadium. Godby and Rickards will square off, hoping to tick off the first box in the city championship. Godby is the home team in this matchup. The Cougars are one of those teams with a game already under their belt. They lost by just one touchdown in a back-and-forth contest against Florida High last Thursday, and they enter this matchup hoping to pick up their first win against Rickards since 2019. It's been 5 straight losses. Perhaps the worst one came last year when the Raiders blocked a last-second PAT that would have tied the game. Cougars head coach Jonathan Holston knows this rivalry as well as anyone as a former Raiders player and coach.
This was always the biggest game of the season for us as Rickards. When I was a Rickards player, you know, Rickards and Godby, that's more of a north side, south side. It's just the same teams, just opposite side of the city. They got away from us last year with a 1-point win. We had 2 blocked field goals and 1 missed field goal. So this year we're going to try to get our win back.
On the other side of the matchup, Rickards is hoping to get back on track after losing three straight losing seasons and only 1 playoff berth over that stretch. But when you have a game against your rival, especially one you know how to beat, records don't mean anything. For the second straight week, our game of the week seems to be based on respect, at least between coaches, as longtime Rickards head coach Quentin Lewis has been on the staff ever since Godby's Holston was a player. But that doesn't mean for 1 second this game won't be an absolute fight. For Rickards, this being game 1 is a big deal.
It just gives enthusiasm over the whole summer. It's just some motivation. It don't matter when we play. If we play in table tennis, it's going to be competitive. It's going to be fun. But then once it's over with, we'll be best of friends again. It's a rivalry game for a reason, and we're going to get after each other, try to really defeat each other as best we can, and then after the game, we're back to normal.
Rickards and Godby kick off from Gene Cox Stadium at 7 p.m. Friday night. We'll have the highlights from the game of the week, plus several other great games. Hey everyone, well it is officially week 2 of football Friday night, but as we are here at Gene Cox Stadium in Tallahassee for our game of the week, we kind of get Christmas morning all over again. That's because the FHSA officially opens up week 1 for Florida teams, and in our crosstown rivalry matchup tonight, we get Rickards, who is starting their season off from scratch, and they'll face Godby, one of those teams that did get to play last week. Now that creates an interesting dynamic for Rickards, as their opponent already has a regular season game under their belt, and a good one at that. The Cougars lost by just a touchdown to an impressive Florida High squad. These teams know each other very well. They face off every year. That also goes for coaches who've known each other ever since Godby's John Holston was a player at Rickards under Quentin Lewis. Both spoke on their opponent's best traits.
They got a very talented quarterback, a group of receivers. That running back is very dangerous. The defense is very aggressive and very sharp, and so it's going to be tough to beat them. Like, they lost to a very good and well-coached Florida High team. So I tell my team, we can't compare us with that. I think Florida High is on a different level.
Fast, extremely fast. They got a lot of guys that run sub-11s on that team. I know Coach Lewis is going to coach them up good. He's a defensive guy, so I know their defense is pretty sound, and the skilled guys are very fast.
And guys, after a hard-fought QB competition in camp, Rickards' starting QB will be Jordan Kelly. The junior did appear in 4 games at the position last year, and although Coach Lewis did say that Kelly and Tommy Hutchinson, another junior, will be competing every single week for that starting job. It's great to have a couple of guys who are capable of the position. Now, Godby will have under center Landon Doherty. He threw for 293 yards in Godby's game last week. Guys, that'll do it for me right now. We'll be back here in an hour to talk more about this matchup. Kickoff coming up at 7 p.m. For now, reporting at Gene Cox Stadium, I'm Taylor Viles, WCTV Sports. Hey everyone, welcome back inside Gene Cox Stadium in Tallahassee, where we are just over a half an hour away from kickoff in our Week 2 game of the week. You can see the teams are out and warming up behind me, just like last week. Our game of the week features an old-time rivalry matchup, and it's between crosstown foes Rickards and Godby. These teams kicked off their seasons against each other 1 year ago tomorrow, and if that's any indication about how tonight's battle will go, we're in for a thriller. The Raiders won their 5th straight game against Godby on a blocked PAT that would have tied the game. But then the teams went on to have very different seasons after that. Rickards won 3 more games and missed the playoffs, while the Cougars lost just 3 more and won 2 playoff games. Here are the coaches on how they've improved since then and how they could pick up a win tonight.
And we got to learn how to finish last year. This year, the team a little bit better at finishing and putting the whole complete game together. Hopefully we're able to do it.
We're definitely stronger than this last year. We're way stronger than last year. We can't play the game in our mind. We got to actually play the game on the field. So thinking that we're more athletic or thinking that we are more competitive, that's one thing. But actually competing and executing, that's a whole different thing. So we just got to go out there and play football, real sound football. No offense to Rickards, but we're not trying to make it a 1-point game this year.
Wow, Cougars head coach John Holston not lacking any confidence going into tonight. Could this be the first time since 2019 that Godby secures a win against the Raiders? Tune in tonight to Football Friday night at 11 to find out. I'll be live tweeting the game here from Gene Cox Stadium. For now, though, live in Tallahassee, I'm Taylor Viles, WCTV Sports. We've got a great one brewing for you here tonight. Jacob?